Okay, so welcome to Side 2. Now, open up your booklets to page 28 and look at the reading strategy. Look at all those steps, starting with getting in the state, preparing, reading, recalling. And if you have any questions, you might want to look at the pages preceding this page, at any of the notes, any of the highlights that we've put there for you to make it easy for you to remember. You can always go back to the tapes and listen. And this booklet here is for your notes. And we've especially made it small and thin so that you realize it is very simple. Now, ask yourself this question. Are you real clear on why we do each step? The answer is yes? Good. So now that you're real clear that you know why we do each step, go to page 29 and answer all those questions. That's right. Answer all those questions. So you thought I was going to tell you everything. No. I know you have the brilliance and the genius within. Trust your intuition and answer those questions. How do we prevent eye strain? Why do we use mind mapping? Why do we get our brain in the right state first? What would happen if we didn't prepare before we read? What's the benefit of photocopying? How do you get your imagination into a book? And why do we ask questions about what we're reading? And what would happen if we missed any of these steps? Trust yourself to answer. I've seen lots of people struggle because they're afraid to get the wrong answer, and so they're not sure. And I've seen people who just wrote down what they thought, and 99 out of 100 times, they were right. There's not only one correct answer. The fact that you answer these rather than me just telling you means the answers come from you, meaning you learn it, you know it. You've always known it. You see, the word educate means to draw out of. Aristotle said, "We never learn anything we didn't already know." Galileo said, "You cannot teach anything to anybody. You can only let them realize they already have the answers inside." Realize you have the answers inside. So go ahead and finish up, and now we'll go over this. How do we prevent eye strain? Well, two things that we do. We widen our eyes. We use brightly lit rooms. That also helps. Natural sunlight's best. And we move our eyes in a curved pattern. Why do we use mind mapping? Well, as we know, our brain bounces from subject to subject to subject, and mind mapping supports that. Our brain works at the speed of light. In mind mapping, we write fast. Our brain is spontaneous. Mind mapping allows us to support that. Conventional writing forces us into a set of rules that constrain the brain from remembering. Why do we get our brain in the right state first? Well, very simply. If you just came from school, your brain, your unconscious mind, is going to be thinking about all those things. It's going to be hard for you to focus on the book. Part of your mind is going to be wandering on other things. Clearing the mind and then visualizing gets the brain totally focused on the book. A lot easier. Even if you're not totally focused on the book, you will be more focused than if you don't get in the state. The deeper and quieter you get in the state, the better and easier it is to focus. What would happen if you didn't prepare before you read? Well, what happens to the farmer if he doesn't prepare his soil before he plants the seeds? The seeds don't grow, they kind of blow away. Yeah, a few might. But when he prepares the soil and fertilizes it, the seeds take root. When you prepare your brain by lifting your imagination, building your curiosity, and turning on your brain power, when the seeds, the ideas from the book come in, they have a chance to take root and be organized. What's the benefit of photocopying? Well, first off, when you photocopy with your eyes wide open, the information's going in whether you realize it or not at the unconscious level. You don't need to know that. You just need to do it. But also by going at the rate that we photocopy, and by the way the music goes, when you turn the pages to the beat, you're turning the pages at anywhere from 100 to 120 pages a minute, which sounds fast, but when you're turning the pages as fast as you can, most people go well over 200 pages a minute. Each page turn is 2 pages, and 2 page turns per second is not hard for most people. That's 240 pages a minute. So then when you only go and photocopy, it seems slower. And then when you go to read, at 10 pages a minute, or 20, or 5, or 50, it seems slower, but it's faster. How do we get our imagination into the book? Well, As we talked about, you sit there and you hold the book, and first off, you focus up your body, feeling your entire body become totally focused on this book. And then you imagine seeing a movie right on the cover. Oftentimes there are adults who haven't practiced utilizing their imagination for a while. They say, I can't do that. I say, yes, you can. You just haven't tried. And I'll never forget in a seminar, there was this one senior executive from a major corporation who told me he couldn't do that step. He just didn't have the ability. And I had to do something, probably the cruelest thing I've ever done to a student. But I knew he wanted to get the result. I put him next to the most imaginative person in the class. Brilliant little girl. She was about 9 years old. She didn't have any problem. I said to him, you do exactly what she does, and I asked her to instruct him on how to do it. And she takes his book, and she says, he's reading a book on accounting, and it's got all these facts and figures, and she started looking at the book, and she says, well, you see all these numbers fly out, and on these numbers are people, and they're wearing blue and green and purple. She didn't have any problem. You see, he had rules that said he couldn't do that. Let go of the rules, let go of the fear of doing it wrong, your imagination just pops up. Easily. Why do we ask questions about what we're reading? Well, what happens if you don't ask questions? On the video, I tell a story about a lady who read 90 pages a minute and understood brilliantly. Watch that part of the video. You'll get it. Without knowing what you're looking for, you never know when you find it. And what would happen if you missed any of these steps? Well, some people say, well, I don't want to follow all 5 steps. Let me tell you something about myself. If I miss any of those steps, I don't read well either. When I do and I follow all those steps, I get totally absorbed into what I'm reading. And it's actually tougher for me because I'm so used to talking about it. And as I mentioned, the more you talk about it, the less inclined you are to do it. So I always have that challenge of talking about it so much because I'm teaching and then having to do it. You have an advantage over me. When I get my mind quiet and in state, I get focused in on the book. Imaginative, curious, photocopy. Sometimes I photocopy the book 2 or 3 times before I read it. By that time, I read much faster and really feel like I know what I'm looking for and I enjoy it. If you want to photocopy more or less, you adjust these to how you want. You're the boss, and this is your course. It's your brain. But I know for me, when I miss these steps, I don't get it very well. I haven't seen too many other people get it very well if they miss a lot of these steps. But I've also seen people not worry about it and do brilliantly in their own way. So you be the judge. There is no right or wrong here, only good, better, and best. Now let's do an exercise. Close your eyes, and I want you to picture something that's really difficult for you. Picture something really challenging, whatever that might be for you. And now picture something easy. Tying your shoes or signing your name, whatever that is. Notice and picture the difficult thing and the easy thing. And notice the difference in the 2 pictures. Are they in different locations? Different levels of brightness? Different angles? Is one closer than the other? You see, that's your brain's filing cabinet. It organizes easy things in certain locations and hard things in others. And it organizes them according to brightness, depth, distance, angles, all those kinds of factors of what they call submodalities, as Richard Bandler puts it. Well, my question to you is this. How does your brain know what's difficult or easy? Well, it doesn't until you tell it. I mean, think about it. Have you ever seen a little kid where there are adults trying to convince them that something's really difficult, and the little kid says, no, it's not, it's easy. And he's never done it before, and he just goes ahead and does it? Brain doesn't know what it can't do until you tell it. And if you tell it something's difficult, it puts it in a difficult filing cabinet. And for me, that means it makes it darker and off to the side. For you, it may be different. Tell it something's easy, and your brain makes it easier for you, puts it in the easy filing cabinet. So now, on page 30, and those 5 reasons why I can improve, why it's going to be easier for me as I get better and do more of this, go ahead and write Programming Yourself. 5 reasons why you're going to get better. And at the bottom, write what I need to do more of and what I need to do less of. The most profound exercise for you so far. Okay, good. So now, look over the strategy again. Make sure you understand it and all those questions that we answered on page 29. And then take a book you really want to read, put it down, and I'm going to guide you through this again. Continuously guiding ourselves through this so it becomes automatic for you. First, we're going to get ourselves in the state. So put the book down, take a deep breath in, focus on your heartbeat and your breath, and allow your mind to get totally, perfectly quiet, putting all your focus on the tips of your toes, left toes, and your right toe, feeling your heartbeat right at the tips of your toes, and up through the balls of your feet, your heels, your ankles, your knees, up through your thighs, your hips, your stomach, building the pattern to get in tune with your body, up through your neck, and out to the tips of your arms, and out to the tips of your fingers, feeling your heartbeat right at the tips of your fingers, and around your face and scalp. Okay, now on a count to 3, we'll all take a deep breath in together. Tense up our body. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Tense it. Tighter, tighter, tighter. And breathe out. Now we'll visualize the entire process. Doing this so we train our brain for what's coming. Before we read, we always want to train our brain for what's coming. The more often you do this, the quicker you can do it. Easily. Okay. So first, visualize getting your imagination into the book. Just imagine feeling the book in front of you and feeling your body become totally focused on this book. Seeing a movie right on the cover. Creating the ultimate, the most imaginative, letting your mind just imagine whatever comes up. And feeling your body get focused. Seeing whatever you want in life in that movie. Now, make the movie twice as intense, twice as big, twice as great. Feel the feelings of the movie coming right through your hands and into your body. Even imagine smelling, hearing, as well as seeing the movie right on the cover. Again, we're doing this with our eyes closed. You just imagine doing this. Then, visualize doing a mind map. Fast and easy. Writing a word down, 2 open lines. Another word, 2 open lines. Whatever your brain bounces to. Feel yourself doing it fast and brilliantly. Okay, then imagine getting really curious about the book. Looking through the index or flipping through it. Asking lots of questions with emotion. Feel it and imagine it. Then, imagine adding to your mind map again. Feeling it, seeing it, hearing it in your imagination. Then, imagine photocopying the book. Eyes wide open, mind silent. Focus from behind your head. And letting the pages fly in and staying with the rhythm. Then, adding to your mind map again. Then we go to read. Your eyes sweeping across and down the page, easily. Good. Then you'll add to your mind map again. Imagine it. Then we'll dream. Add to the mind map. Brilliant. That simple. Okay, so on a count to 3, you'll slowly open your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. What the mind can conceive and believe, you will achieve. Simply conceive it and believe it. Imagination is more important than knowledge, said Einstein. For imagination tells about the future, whereas knowledge tells about the past. When you do that exercise before you read, as simple as it all is, you become more focused, more calm, more clear, a better and healthier person all around, as well as a much better reader. So now, on tape 6, you have 2 sequences of music, one with mind mapping and one without. You can use that anywhere you like, and you also have it on the compact disc. So we got a special surprise for you on tape 5. I'll see you then. God bless.